Welcome, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are live streaming some Long Dark today. And it is Christmas Day. That's right. I'm currently streaming here on Christmas. I've had my celebrations with family, so now it's time to spend some time with you guys, my other family, the wonderful community of people who watch me play video games. I really appreciate everybody out there. And again, Merry Christmas to you all. So, like I said, what better game to stream, I think, on Christmas than The Long Dark. That's right. And we're here inside our little trailer in the Mystery Lake. This is where we let ourselves off from. So we're not starting fresh. We have an Interloper run going here. As I said, Mystery Lake. We've done two previous streams, which are both up on my YouTube. So if you are watching me on YouTube after I've gone live, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you have a good 2026. And yeah, so check out those other videos if you did miss them. But let's see. So it's just about to be morning. We've got some green birch saplings being cured, but we need to get moving. That's right. That's right. So we don't have anything forged yet, and I don't even have the hammer. So let's drop a couple things off here. So I think our goal today, we're going to spend this first day doing some cooking, boiling water, getting prepared. But then I think we're going to head out of Mystery Lake and check out Pleasant Valley. That's right. It's a treacherous map. It's not easy. It could end the whole run, but there are some very valuable resources potentially, such as clothing. I'd like to visit the plane wreck. Hey, Hanny, what's up, buddy? That's right, my friend. Surprise stream, dude. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I hope your Christmas is going pretty good. But yeah, just getting started off here in our little Interloper playthrough. Let's see, what kind of clothing do we have? I've been trying to avoid repairing these, but I think I'll just go ahead and do it. It might be too dark. Oh, no, yeah, it's too dark. I need some cloth. Yeah, our clothing is not in great shape. I mean, repair-wise, it's not the worst, but what I'm trying to say is we don't have a lot of it. So, I mean, we're missing like another upper piece. I'd love to replace this vest. We need another pair of underwear, better hat, we could use better socks too. So you get the picture. We got to upgrade here. So let's go to this. Actions, repair. Beautiful. Genera 9, welcome, my friend. Thanks for dropping by the stream, buddy. Hello. And Merry Christmas to you if you celebrate it. Hey, Goizaka, welcome, my friend. Thanks for dropping by the stream, folks. Doing a little Christmas Day stream here, a little bonus stream with you guys. So I'm glad you could drop by. Hello. I hope you guys are ready for hopefully a good run here. We'll see how things go. You know how the Long Dark is, especially on Interloper. It is a challenge. But Henny had the whole day buffet with my grandparents, so now I won't eat for days. You're like a snake. You can just ingest like a couple of mice, and then you don't have to eat for a month. Sounds good, buddy. Well, I'm glad I hope you had a good feast. Sounds pretty awesome. You're down there in South Africa, of course, so my feast is still ahead of me, but I've got some chicken I'm going to bake. I've got it marinating all night in beer with some other spices and stuff, so I'm looking forward to cooking that up after the stream today. But we did pick up this awesome aviator's cap. It's at 32%, but I need leather, and I think we just used our only piece on this one. Have I heard of Under Rail? No, I've heard of Undertale, but not Under Rail. Is that what you meant to type, was Undertale? Or because that one I'm not familiar with. Yeah, Goizaka, it has been a minute since you showed up, but no problems, buddy. What better day to show up on than Christmas? So I appreciate you coming by regardless. Thank you. All right, so we're going to pop over to our cooking area, and it's an interesting game. I'll have to check it out. And I assume it's on Steam. Is that correct? I could pop it on my Steam wish list, check it out. All right, so we've got our base here at the dam, but it's kind of split up. My sleeping quarters and most of my storage is over there, but the workbench, and of course our cooking is over here, but it's a brief little trip between the two. I like this base because of its proximity to the ravine and, just other multiple maps that are easy to get to. All right, so this is where we do our cooking. Let's see here. It's probably too overcast to start a fire with our magnifying glass. Yeah, because we just picked this up in the last one. Hey, Cat Whiskers. Hello, my friend. What's up, Big Steve? Good to see you. Don't celebrate Christmas, but I hope you have a great day if possible. I appreciate you, dude. It's great to see you again, and you too. I hope you have a good day as well, my friend. So, but thanks. Are you a fan of The Long Dark, Steve? I can't remember if you've commented on previous. It's been a while since I did a full run on YouTube with this game, but every year around winter time, I start to get the urge to play The Long Dark, and so here we are. I have succumbed once again to that urge. But so... Oh, you do love The Long Dark. Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear it. But of course you do. We have such similar taste in games, my friend. Well, we're doing an Interloper run. I can't tell you what day we're on exactly. Is this day 7, I guess? Or is this, hours rested. Either way, we're doing an Interloper and we're in Mystery Lake, but we're getting ready to prepare to head out and go to Pleasant Valley. I want to search that map for valuable loot. Can't wait for the upcoming expansion. Now, also, don't they have a sequel coming out, too? Like, it's not The Long Dark 2. It's called something else. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, too. It's going to be awesome. Hinterland Studios, hard at work. Now, we don't have many cattails, but my goal right now is to go ahead and harvest up these two. Poor rabbits have been sitting out. Oh, that's only 8 minutes, yeah. I just want to make sure that I don't dip into starvation here, because we are trying to get that well-fed bonus. Goizaka, based on turn-based system like Call of Duty, and the aesthetic is similar to Fallout and Stalker. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for telling me about it, my friend. I will search for it right now. Hold on, I'm going to tab out, open up Steam, and let me put that one. Under Rail, not Undertale. There it is. Oh, yeah, it's real cheap, too. Oh, you know what? I have looked at this one before. Yeah. It's not on my wish list, but I'll pop it on there. Shoot, for $4.50. I might just pick it up as a Christmas present to myself, and I'll put on there from Goizaka. So thank you, buddy. Appreciate ya. Merry Christmas, Sweet TN Gaming. Hello, dude. How's it going? Thanks for dropping in the stream. Yeah, it's PvP. Wait, which you can play solo. Apparently, it's difficult to play alone. Oh, well, I do enjoy a difficult challenge. So we've got 3 pieces, hence the game Long Dark, obviously. I'm not going to worry about the tendons or the little furs from the rabbits. It's not critical. We're going to be gone from this map for a while. We're not going to be doing any, like, cloth making or making of clothing, so we'll leave them. We'll get more. It's easy to get rabbits. Okay. Yeah, good to see you, buddy. Setting up our PS5. We were gifted one. That's amazing, dude. What a great gift. Heck yeah. I don't have a lot of firewood, do I? Okay, we've still got overcast. We might not have the opportunity to use our... what's it called? Let me drop this meat. I think we're going to have to get some wood before I start the fires. Yeah, that would be smart. You can see I'm getting real low on water, and I've got a bunch of ingredients for food. Let's actually eat this. Whoa. Did that say inedible? I think one of my foods went bad or something. I'm not sure. Did I just get a can from that? We should have 2 cans now. Just the one. Oh, well. Is it bad that I call this game 3D in the woods? No, not at all. Not at all. I think that's fairly appropriate. Handy, nice. I'm going in the phase in my life where the only gifts I get are new socks. Those are the only gifts I want, you know? It's funny, too, because when I was young, just like so many people, I'm sure, like my grandma would gift me, underwear and socks, like hand saying shirts, too. And I hated it, dude. I wanted toys or comic books or something, but Now, that is what I would want. Like, I desperately need a new pair of, a new package of socks or something. But it's funny. It's ironic, I guess. Can't go wrong with lots of socks. You know what's funny is I like black socks. I don't wear white socks. I prefer black socks. All right, let's see here. Just watching that food. But we're getting a decent amount of wood. This will probably be enough to keep 2 fires going for our purposes. We're just going to spend the rest of the day cooking. It's going to be a cozy start to the stream here. Should I grab this? Let's check outside first. Let's see what it looks like. Always coming useful. That's right, especially when it's cold outside. I did have some hunter socks. They're like woolen. They aren't like handmade or anything. I got them from like a hunting or outdoorsman shop, but I don't know what happened to those. I probably got them stored away somewhere, but they were amazing. They weren't for like wearing with shoes. I guess you are supposed to wear them with shoes when you hunt, but they're so like thick and fluffy. I would hate to wear them with shoes and like compress them, But okay, so yeah, let's pick up all our ingredients, all the food that needs to be cooked, because we're going to do some cooking. Just try and get our skill up, and we'll, prepare some food for the road, too. Ooh, this rabbit's looking pretty gross, but I think we can handle it. So we are going to start a fire the proper way, and that is with a torch. Thank you very much. We'll just use 1 match for this. Here we go. Let's start the fire. Match. Torch, Boom, beautiful. Start it. All right. When I was a child, Guzega says I prefer receiving money or clothes as gifts to receiving books or other things. Yeah, for sure. Just straight up gift cards are nice. Let's see. Our Amazon gift card is always like a perfect gift. When I was a child, I hated receiving clothes as gifts. I prefer toys. 100%, buddy. Me too. I'm right there with you. Yeah, you can always tell too. A clothing box, at least here in the United States, they have a certain feeling to them, and of course they're usually like kind of really thin, but wide. So you can always tell when you got a clothing box, and it's like the last things you open. Nobody wants to deal with those, but that's often the thing that your mother or your parents want to see you open the most is the shirt that they got you. See if you look good in it. At least that's my experience. You got some thermal socks, but they're rubbish. They don't keep my feet warm at all. My toes are always cold when I wear them for some reason. That's no good. Yeah, that stinks. I like wool quite a bit. True animal wool is the best. I actually have an alpaca wool blanket. Cost me like $90, but it is worth it. That thing is almost too warm sometimes. All right, let's start this. Yeah, there's almost very few occasions where I need it at night, unless it's like really cold and I got my window open or something. But
come on, little fire.
And of course, I've been told too that wool has the benefit of maintaining its thermal properties when it's wet. But I've fortunately never been in a case where I had to test that out. But I believe it's true. All right. Too warm, no such thing. I'm with you. All right, let's get rid of that. So, what are we doing? I do need to get some water going, but first this moldy rabbit here is stinking up the place. So let's put these down. But I believe that by cooking it, we'll be able to rejuvenate it enough that it won't make us sick, I hope. All right, so we got some foods. I was going to store these back. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's only 25%. Actually, we should eat this. Should have put that other piece on there before I started eating. Okay, what is that? That's ready. Place the rabbit. Yeah, some of this food's just been out here deteriorating, so we'll take that. Pick up the can. Let me put this boy on here. Let's get some water going, too. We're out of water. All right. Yep. Thanks for dropping in for our Christmas Day stream. Even to the folks who don't celebrate, I hope you all have a great new year in 2026. Accomplish a lot of things. Let's see. Does anybody have any New Year's resolutions that they're already planning? Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to drop one of these cans. In addition to cooking, I'm also trying to get my inventory as slimmed down as possible. so that we can prepare for a nice little hike. We're going to go to Pleasant Valley here tomorrow. Hey, what's up, Monster VT? Aram's here. Welcome, bro. I was hoping you'd make it by. Aram, one of my Patreons, longtime supporters, and of course, he's in the middle of a Long Dark playthrough. So it's always good to have you, buddy. Yeah, I figured, I knew I wanted to do a stream here on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, too, by the way, Aram. And I was like, what better game than the Long Dark? Plus, it's better to play this one more frequently than I've been playing it on stream, just to keep, into the swing of things, you know what I'm saying? It's going pretty good? Well, that's great. Glad to hear that, dude. Let's add some fuel. That's one cardinal mistake I often make. I'll be just sitting here so focused on cooking, and, sometimes I'll be speeding up the time that I forget to tend to the fire itself, and it'll just burn out while I'm trying to boil water or something. That's never good. Nobody likes using too many matches. My playthrough has been a wild one. Cougars are really spooking you. Oh boy. Now, do you like the cougar? Do you think in future runs you'll just turn it off? I've got mine turned on here too. I like the idea of it, at least. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to start putting our cooked and prepared food over here. And the others, no. I'm also going to do things like maybe make up some oatmeal here, because the rest of this day is going to be devoted to cooking and just getting prepared for tomorrow's trip. I think it's an interesting mechanic. I like having a rival in your game. Yeah, the cougar is a cool addition. It's a much newer addition, but I like it a lot too. I mean, anytime they add new animals to the game, whether it's ptarmigans or cougars, I'm all for it. Same is true with Vintage Story, man. Okay, we've got rabbits, little rabbit pieces over here. How's this look? Actually, I should probably just eat this because it is fresh. Let's just eat this. What, the bear isn't hard enough? The bear. The bear, you can take the bear down with a headshot, even with the bow and arrow. I'm going to cook this up. But you got to get pretty good with it. And you might actually have to have a higher archery skill. I'm not sure. All right, so I think we're cooked out. That's all the food. Let me see. What can we cook in this? Just some herbal tea. That's fine, except I don't have any water, so yeah, we'll just fill this up with water. Everything's relying on water now. I got a single little sad potatoes just sitting there, all moldy. 1 minute till melted. 18:30 till boiled. You're in Milton at the moment, and there's one of the hangouts right next to the farmhouse there, and one that hangs out. I got you, the bear you're talking about. Yeah, they do have the same little routes. They'll constantly patrol their little territory or whatever. It's pretty cool. I love the bears in this. Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking about the cougar. My fault. We switched over to the bear, and I was lagging behind. All right, I got a little bit of wood. So we got a couple of minutes here. We're waiting on water, and I am pretty thirsty, but we're not going to dehydrate in the next couple minutes. So let's go down to the bottom of this little stream next to us, and we're going to get some cattails too. It's important that I have more than I do. I've only got 5 cattails on me, and that's tragic. Can't tolerate that in an interloper run. Well, I'm interested, Monster, Aram, whenever you decide to do an interloper run. That's going to be cool. I hope you'll keep us posted at that point. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you just enjoy. Oh, did I just get myself stuck? Here we go. Yeah, maybe you enjoy the guns and stuff too much, into the loots. Let's see, Goizaki. I didn't expect that jaguars in the Cataclysm would be easier to defeat than they seem. Oh my god. Oh, ptarmigans. Oh, you stinker. That one had Jedi senses. Was able to tell right before the rock was thrown. Stupid bastard. Ruined everything. Alright, so there might be a deer up there. I don't think there is, so because I don't hear any crows. You know, it's funny you mentioned those Jaguars. I've got a solo game of Cataclysm going where I just play, you know, whenever I get the urge to try new stuff or mess around. I actually found a zoo in that game and I was trying to tame some tigers and adult jaguars. But turns out you can't tame them even with cat food, but you can tame their kittens. And so in my current playthrough, I have a jaguar kitten that's in my prison base just tied up. And I was like waiting, hoping that one day it would grow to a full tamed jaguar, but I don't know if it will. Actually, I don't think it's a jaguar. I think it's a cougar. I can't remember, but it's one of the big cats. Maybe not doing an interloper run. I'll be honest, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do any form of the story stuff on it. No, probably not. But there might come a point where you get bored with the story stuff and you just want pure challenge. But maybe not, you know. It's just all on the player and their kind of, you know, their desires. But for me, it's like I used to play a lot on Stalker early in, when it was still in early access. But I got to a point where I just decided to play Interloper. And from that point, I never looked back. I enjoy the extreme difficulty, but also the satisfaction that comes out on the other side of it. Once you become self-sufficient, you get your bow and arrow going, you get good with the hunting, you know, you can basically down any wolves that come at you. That's so much fun to me. And then, of course, starting in on a good base, you know. But so we do have a wolf off in the distance. I'm not going to approach him any closer because I don't want to deal with him. Plus, we need to get back up there and check on our water that's cooking. So, fair, I might try it at some point. Yeah, you do enjoy the guns, and the wolf spawns are a little ridiculous, but the bow is really fun regardless. Yeah, you know, I think it's, I don't remember what level, but as you get better, it might be the max level of archery, allows you to crouch and shoot with it, so it becomes a lot of fun, like a real stealth type game when you're out there hunting deer and anything. Being a sadist looks at rhinos too. Yes, that's true. That's true. I do like to hurt NPCs in my Cataclysm games, no doubt about it, but they're so worthless. They deserve the punishment. Okay, so how's it going over here, little fire? Oh no, I let my baby burn out. Well, at least the water boiled. Let's add a little bit more fuel to this. I think we want some more water. I'll just throw it all in there. Okay, so 19 till boiled dry, 22 till boiled. Let's grab this. I don't think I really want to start another one. I shouldn't have let that fire burn out, but man, I was just talking about letting the fires burn out accidentally, and then I did it. Almost let this one burn out too. Okay, so move this. I don't like all these cans sitting here. Let's actually grab all these. I'm going to come over here. We'll drop them right up here. Boom. Okay. 13 till boiled. I probably should start this potato to restart it, I should say. Alright, that's the food we've got. So we don't have a whole lot of good food here. Only 18 of these. I'm thinking of the trip because we're going to have to go through the ravine, through part of Coastal Valley, and then once we get into Pleasant Valley, actually, we'll be immediately starting the looting process, basically. We come out of the cave from Coastal Highway, or actually its connecting point, pretty close to some looting opportunities. All right, let's grab that. Let's see. Is there a straight path from Dam to... Well, no, we've got to go through several connectors and coastal highway, so I don't know if that's truly a straight path exactly, but man, I wish I could stop sneezing for no reason every day. That sucks. I had a buddy who used to have really bad allergies in the mornings. He would constantly sneeze for like the first 15 minutes after he woke up. All right, let's grab that. I might do another round of water here. I want to be able to have a nice little stockpile of water at this location So if we return here and we're like in really desperate straits, we were out of food and water, we'll be able to rely on having something here. Okay, so how's that fire? Basically out of just everything here. Now you went through it. There's an exit for the lower dam. Go straight to Pleasant Valley. Oh, wait. You're right. There is another connector from the dam. I'd have to tab out and look at the map at Pleasant Valley. Yeah, we can go through the dam into the connector that's basically over there, which I can't remember the name of it. We can tab out and look at the map. Let's grab that. Cook. I've got a couple more of these teas that I want to cook. And then we'll put the potato on the fire. And we'll start to time this out here. Let me see. Can I drink now? Let's have a little drink. For you, it's an everyday thing, sneezing. I feel you, but I hope you're okay. All right. That's time. Grab it. Cook it up. Let's go run inside real quick. I want to look at... Did I store anything in here? Can't remember if I've got anything put away in this area. No, okay. No, these are both empty. Normally, if I store anything in here, it'll be in these two lockers. Sometimes I'll drop, like, the liquids that I make. Drop, like, half that. Put them in here like this. Boom. Okay. And we can drop these teas. I don't need to carry all those. I got one more, so that's fine. I do want to keep at least one tea on me as I travel. Then, of course, hopefully we'll find more. Pleasant Valley, if we make it there, has a couple good spots for food. It's not necessarily the best map for finding food, but it's got a couple that are fairly rich food looting spots. Okay, what are we looking at? How's the fire? 45 minutes. Let's get one more tea cooked. Okay, put that on there. Wait, I think I'm going to take... Let's take the skillet with us for traveling, because I don't have any cans or anything. All right, so this is a 1 hour cook. This is a 45-minute cook. I'm just going to go with like 2 hours because we're not actually leaving. So let's see here. It exits the southern part of the map nearest the farmhouse, close to the signal tower with the transmitter. All right, hold on. I'm going to tab out real quick and take a look at the map. You guys are seeing my screen still, but yeah, let me... What's the name of the connector? Do you know offhand? If I see it, I might remember it. Because I do remember, I've gone through it plenty, but there are wolves through there. I just want to make sure. Keeper's Pass? Is it Keeper's Pass? To Pleasant Valley. No idea it was safe when you went through, though. Well, no, I don't think it's Keeper's Pass. There are definitely wolves there, but you could have maybe got in when there wasn't a spawn there. Sundered Pass? Feels like it's something other pass. No, it's not that one. Okay, we've still got a couple pages of maps. Transfer Pass. Oh, it might be Winding River. I think it's Winding River. Exit from the Carter Hydroelectric Dam. Yeah, it's really easy. There's only... Yeah. Boom. Good call, buddy. All right, then. I'm going to pull up the Pleasant Valley map real quick. Let's see how's campfire going good. 9 minutes to melted. All right. Oops, I don't want to do that. Let's go to Pleasant Valley. I'm going to look at this real quick. I just want to see where it comes out at. You said it's right by the farmhouse, which will actually be perfect for us. Because I think when we leave, we'll probably go through the Coastal Valley exit to the Winding River. Yep. You're right. It's just south of the farmhouse, basically. All right. Okay. We're good to go. That's the way we'll go. Yep. Good call. Should be. We're going to do it in the morning, though, tomorrow. I don't know what time, just depending on weather condition. All right, 6 minutes till melted. Let's do that. Hour till boiled, 45 till ready. Let's see, do we have anything we can do? I think I'm just gonna... I think this crate in here took 45 minutes to break up. Let's check that real quick. I do have a hacksaw. Hour and 30. Never mind, dang it. There might have been a smaller one back here. Hour. Too long. Don't want to risk burning my potato. Okay. It's the only potato I've got, people. Listen. Maybe I'm sentimental about it. You don't know. Okay, don't have my hatchet. Let's see. Is there anything I do want to break down? How long does that take? 2 hours, 24 minutes. Good God. Let's get out of here. He found the transfer through the memento cache. It's a pretty hidden path. You mean to the connector point in the dam? Yeah, the door there is pretty nondescript. Like you wouldn't really know it unless you happen to walk to it and put your cursor over it, if that's what you're referring to. All right, let's just pass the time till that's ready. Good. 14 till boiled. Come here. Oops, I just picked it up. Oh, I screwed that up. Damn it. Restarted the timer on it. Okay, so it's an hour till boiled. That's fine. That's fine. Let me just throw one stick in there so that I make sure that that works. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go inside. I didn't get any oatmeal cooked like I had hoped, but it's not the end of the world. Let's also drop a couple of matches here for an emergency. Yeah, we'll always have a couple of matches at our little place. I'm going to come over here. I need some more torches, actually. Let's go ahead and drop these ingredients. I don't need to carry these around with me. Want to take the syrup, maybe? Definitely taking the sardines, and I think I'll grab that. We don't have a lot of food. There might still be some back at the trailer. Let's go to the trailer. That fire should be good on its own. Nighttime is coming close. You crawled through a window, if I remember correct, but I went from Pleasant Valley to Mystery Lake, and then the cave wasn't hard to find. Gotcha. Let's come in here. I might just break down some of the wood or metal in here to pass the time. But let me see. I should have put some food away, I think. Yeah, we do have a potato. No, that's my inventory. We've got not much. Not much at all. There's a lot of fog out there, else I would go check on that wolf and see if we can get to more cattails. Honestly, let's see. Gonna pass time doing something. Let's pass 45 minutes breaking this. I want to step out here. If it clears up a bit, I might go in... Oh, God damn it. I was going to say, I might go into Ravine and pick some cattails. Maybe we'll just do that tomorrow on the way. Oh, no, because we're not going that way. That's right. Yeah, let's just pop into the ravine here real quick. Maybe it's a little bit less foggy on this side. Is there anything you can make with potatoes other than just cooking them? Yes, there is like a stew for one thing. There's probably several recipes. Some of the recipes in the game you have to discover, though. You know, you don't just know them. The one I'm thinking of in particular is actually in Pleasant Valley. It's like some family names, like the Miller's Family Stew. And it takes like potatoes, carrots, a few other things. That's one that I know of. But again, I don't know the recipe and I don't have the full list of ingredients. If I looked through the cooking, there might be some stuff we could make. But at this point, they're kind of heavyish, you know, and carrying around raw taters. I just end up always cooking them. I'm grabbing sticks here, but we came for cattails, so let's come over here. Maybe I'll down a rabbit or two if I see one. Yep, there's one. Wait a second. Did I already grab the cattails? Oh, boy. Oh, that almost got him on bounce. All right, little rabbit. You're safe for now. I'm not done. Here we go. Cattails aplenty. Where'd you go, rabbit? Think you're king of the hill up there, don't you? You're terrible at throwing the rocks. It takes practice, yeah, and I'm not the best at it either. I have more problems with, after hitting the rabbit, like retrieving it. I don't know. I don't want to go into detail, but it's annoying. You hate hurting rabbits in this? Oh, this mess. Oh, you hate hunting rabbits in this. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a little tip to the aiming. Of course, you use your thumb. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Ooh, I need to cut these trees down, too, before we leave this map. Let's go grab these. I think coming over here was a good idea. It's not going to be the most food, but it'll help us get a little better prepared for tomorrow's trip. And I'll be able to drop these off in the cabin. I still haven't found any maple saplings either, so that's another big one we need to find. Of course, I don't have the hammer yet, too, so part of the Pleasant Valley trip is not just for clothing, but hoping to find this hammer. So I did see the rabbit. Yeah, so you're supposed to aim with your thumb. And you know what, to be honest, I like just getting absurdly close to them, you know? Because you can crouch and get super close to these boys. There's one. There's probably a couple more around here, so we'll go look for them. And I only ever carry one rock with me. Whenever I have more than two, I have trouble sheathing the rock before I get to the rabbit. And then when I get to the rabbit, I'll end up like accidentally throwing the second rock at it, and then it gets up and runs away. I don't know if that makes sense, but it happens to me all the time, which is why you'll see me never carry more than one rock. It's also good for weight purposes too, but we're going to get all these cattails. The weather's holding up pretty good, so we're going to go check the train car too, because we did not loot that the first time we came through here. I think that's it for cattails. All right. Yeah, I was worried everybody would be celebrating Christmas or eating dinner. Of course, I know there's a few folks who don't celebrate. So I appreciate you guys coming by today. Let's see, of course, we'll be doing our normal streams this weekend. Actually, I'm planning on starting another vintage story stream series, essentially. So Friday, tomorrow. Is tomorrow Friday? Yeah. I'm going to be streaming a brand new vintage story run. I hope you guys, anybody interested, will join me for that. Well, I got family food to eat and now. Oh, okay, perfect. Did I get stuck? What's going on? Well, that's good, buddy. Yeah, I probably won't stream all day or anything, just a couple hours here, but I want to make sure to try and keep this character alive, you know, so that when we do stream on Sunday. Nice, Jerry can. Handy. You got the people that celebrate Christmas alone. That's true, my friend. That's a very good point. Also good point. And I'm here for you guys, too. Let's see here. It would be fun to watch again. Friends of mine are still crazy about the game right now, really. Let's see. I may not celebrate the day, Ryan, but I always enjoy a good scoff. I do indulge with the foodstuffs. That's good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's funny here in America, it's still considered a religious holiday, meaning that the federal government hasn't officially recognized Christmas as a federal holiday. So there are still people who are required to go into work and stuff, which is unfortunate. But I think it's something that people can celebrate just culturally. So you can, in a way, detach some of the religious, connotations from it. And this is something you'll see in Japan. The Japanese people, by and large, celebrate Christmas, but they're not all Christians necessarily. It's more of a cultural thing. And they eat KFC, too. That's a big tradition in Japan to eat KFC on Christmas. Which, I mean, hey, I could go for a little KFC right now. Nope, so could our character. Let's not let her starve either. So potato actually looks kind of good. I want to eat that right there. It looks like it's got a little bit of sprinkling of some seasoning on it. Maybe some sour cream on top. Let's go. It's a bank holiday here in the UK, meaning that virtually everyone has today and tomorrow off work. Wow. Very different. All right, we got a bird over here. Or a corpse, I should say. So we're going to check this corpse because I did not loot it on my first time through. Grab the old feathers. Yeah, I always feel bad going to stores on Christmas because I know, like the Walgreens, for instance, the drugstore across from me is open. But I was like, I don't want to go over there. I feel bad for those folks. Yeah, we got some more matches, people. That's huge. Just off a random corpse. That's big. That's big. Oh, and if you do work today and tomorrow, you get double time pay. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. See, here in the States, that's entirely up to the employer as far as I understand it. All right, let's deploy this rope. I'll have to leave you guys for the moment to come back. All right, Jen Renee, I hope you do make it. But if you don't, buddy, thanks for coming by. It was great spending some time with you again today. Let's check for another rabbit. Sometimes there's another one over here. Up there he is. I see you, rabbit. Saw you. Right there at the tip of the thumb. Man, I freaking missed him now. Where is it? Where'd you go, little rabbit? Couldn't have gone too far. Go behind me? Might be able to actually get this corpse here, or this deer carcass scavenged. The temperature's not bad. Do I have anything to drink? I do. Where the hell did the rabbit go? I'm gonna go. I think it dropped off the ravine or something. It's up to the employer here too, but virtually all of them do the right thing. I wish that was true in the States. 20 minutes? Yeah, give me that. I don't even know. I'm not sure. I have a part-time job. I'm not sure what my retailer does, but there's also another big distinguishing factor here in the States, at least for the place I work for, and that's between like part-time and full-time workers. So if you're, just a part-timer, you won't necessarily be given holiday pay and things of that nature. That's reserved for like full-timers. All right, let's see. I lost that rabbit. And it is officially nighttime, so let's get back to our base. The water's probably done, but the fire is almost certainly out. So I think I'll just leave the meat in the snow. Should probably cook it up maybe first thing in the morning tomorrow. We'll have the opportunity. If it's a nice clear day, we can probably start a fire with the magnifying glass. Okay, I'm looking for more rabbits. What a beautiful evening. Perfectly calm weather. Safe, totally safe here in the ravine. No wolves. Just me and the rabbits. There is a cave over here. Let's go loot the cave. We're not that tired. I think there's another deer corpse in front of it, too. I heard an owl. Oh. Okay. Part-time working in the UK have exactly the same rights as full-time. That's nice, yeah. Might as well. We're doing one, we might as well do two. Not going to take that long. Alright, temperature is dropping now. I think we're in the cold part of the night. Okay, that feels like it took longer than 10 minutes or whatever. Let's, there might be something in here. Sorry, guys. It's going to be real hard to see here for a second. Got a little wood. Okay, just a piece of wood. It's time to go. We did get some fat, animal fat, but to be honest, I don't really know what to do with that. If it's down in the real low percentages, I know that we can get food poisoning from eating it, so I don't want to eat it raw. Oh, hello, dear. Wish I had a bow and arrow right now to hunt you. You make cooking oil from the fat. Awesome. I'll have to do that, bro, because I bet you cook it up for olive oil. I bet you that helps to boost the cooking stat too, doesn't it? I bet you it does. Let's get all these sticks. Yeah, if you end up setting up a base in Mystery Lake, you gotta learn the ravine. The ravine is such a great resource. Rabbit. Oh, he just went behind that tree. Just went down that hill. Did the deer just spook the rabbit? Damn, bro. And see, this is the bad part about not having two rocks, though. It makes hunting after you've missed them much more difficult. What is he doing? Freaking out. All right, we'll just leave him to his little devices. Time to get out of here. Oh, okay. It's an ingredient for a lot of other recipes, too. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you guys. It does. I've been cooking wolf meat and oh, that's smart too, actually. Yeah, just cook up the wolf meat for the experience. Maybe not even eat it. That's smart, actually, Aaron. That's a good idea. Yeah, good thinking, buddy. And then eventually you get your skill up. You will be able to eat the predator's meat. You'll be noshing down on some dog meat, buddy, like it was the Korean War. Oh, okay, I probably shouldn't say that. All right, let's go. Where are we at? No dogs. Okay, so I do have a lot of stink on me right now. I got to get to our trailer over here. And Bilbetto. Only way to catch rabbits in this game is with traps. Don't ever think you've ever hit one with a rock. It's tricky. It is tricky. I'm not going to lie to you. Alright, so we're just going to drop all our meats. We're not going to be eating those until the morning. Wow, I did get a lot of deer meat. Some of it's small pieces, but... Oh, wait. Alright, I don't have much water. Let's go grab some water before we go to bed. Almost time for bed, people. I can sprint if I need to. Boiled. Shut up. You're not laying down. You're going to work all night. You get worms and stomach bugs from eating wolf meat prior to level 5 cooking. Is that it? I think I'm just level 2 with this guy, but we don't even have the bow and arrow, so there's no chance of me down in a wolf right now. If I get into a confrontation with a wolf, it's pretty much game over for the run. Alright, so it's pitch black in here, folks. I'm going to turn that on for you guys' benefit. Kind of see what I'm doing. Let's drop off the birch. Get those drying out real quick. All right, so we're staring at the bed. Let's do a little bit of food. Okay. I'll probably want to fill them up a bit more than that. These are my emergency sardines. How many of you folks out there are fans of sardines in real life? Let me hear you shout it out in chat, people. I noticed you can just wait. You can just walking around them. They don't like torches either. Oh, you're talking about the wolves. Yeah. You can, but again, I mean, I've screwed out before and certain things. You just want to avoid it altogether. But you're right. Torches will help us and flares and whatnot. A couple more of these. In the morning, we've got to peek outside and see if we can start a fire. In my limited experience with the magnifying glass, the best time to look for clear skies is early in the morning. Bill Beto, there he is, my fellow sardine head. Well, you know what? I can tell you that my dad fed me sardines when I was a kid. Like, he used to love them, and so we would eat them together when I was little, 6 or 7. And so I think when you're a kid and you are given certain foods, that helps, you know what I'm saying, for you to enjoy it more as an adult. Never knowingly eat a sardine. They're not bad, my friend. They're not bad. All right, so the water levels, we got a drink here. Okay, and let's see, what time of day is it? Good, perfect. It is technically morning. Let's step outside the trailer real quick. Never really liked fish unless we recently warmed up to salmon. Salmon's great too. I like canned salmon, but of course fresh salmon is excellent. But I also like canned salmon. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're going to start a fire over there and cook a bit more. I just want to pass a little bit of time. I'm trying to look for anything to break down right now. So let's come over here real quick. Oh, I do have leather. Wait a second. Can we repair this hat? Do it, do it, do it. Damn it. Failed. My only piece of leather. God damn it. Well, I tried. All right, let's step out. Oh, I don't need to put anything away. Actually, I do need to put some stuff away. Don't need the feathers. Don't need this stuff. We're in traveling mode, people. Deal with that metal later. Okay, that's all good. Food, we don't want to move. Clothing's fine. That's fine. Good, good, good. All right, we're going to take these over to a place. Let's see. The wee bones scare me to death, right? I know people to die from fish bones getting stuck in their throat. Yes, I know what you're talking about, but I can tell you that that is not an issue with sardine bones. Sardine bones are... this might sound a little gross, but they're almost jellified because they're, sitting in the oil or the brine, whatever you eat. They're completely safe to eat. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that at all. But I know what you're talking about. Fish bones are a real danger, but not sardine bones. At least not, unless maybe if you're catching fresh sardines, I don't know. But, the canned variety, it's not an issue. All right, let's see here. So... it's definitely too overcast, but I think we're just going to sacrifice the match and light her on up. Well, I have a lot of wood, but one thing I did was pick up a bunch of sticks. Wow, I have no reclaimed wood. We got a little bit from that cave, though, too. So, all right, start the old fire. There we go. Start it up, people. My grandfather and I used to fish a bunch, and we would make fish sticks out of what we catch. That sounds interesting. We've talked about it before, but I love fried catfish. Nothing better. Yeah, fish is really good, but I understand a lot of people don't like it. I'm not a huge fan. Oh, we got a little bit of coal. Oh, I do have some reclaimed wood in my pocket. Okay. Save that. Let's pick that up. Let's place some of our meats down. Let's do these small pieces first that almost weigh nothing. Okay, well, these all do weigh something. All right, I am tempted to get another fire going here. Yeah, I picked up a bunch of sticks. Let's just do it. Mostly got perch, which tasted good. Start. Yeah, I've never been much for one for fishing very much, but I enjoy eating it for the most part. I'm not big on shellfish, though, believe it or not. I don't like crab or lobster. I would never really choose to eat those. All right, let's add a little bit of fuel here. I'm going to drop that crappy torch in there, too. Wait, I thought I just dropped a crappy torch in there. Okay, place. Good. I kind of put this stuff a little bit far away, didn't I? Whoa. Oh my god, I just used 2 fucking matches. I hate when I do that, bro. Absolutely pisses me off. Alright. Eat that. You never eaten crab, lobster, and a few other seafoods like octopus? I've never had octopus either. I think it would put me off the taste smell, so I avoid it. Yeah. let's look at our cooking. So we can't make porridge. Yeah, we'll go ahead and cook some of that up. Hey, Ulrich, what's going on, Kenny? How you doing, buddy? No, you're not super late. We've only been going for about an hour. 54 minutes, my dude. But we are here on our Interloper run in Mystery Lake at the dam, getting ready to make a trip to Pleasant Valley here. We'll probably be doing that on this day. That's right, Christmas special. You know it, buddy. And Merry Christmas to you, too. Hope you're doing well today. So this is cooking. We got 10 minutes on that. Let's go run over here real quick. One thing I like to do, because we are hopefully eventually going to get a hammer, and we'll go to Forlorn Muskeg to do our forging, which is down here. So I like to take any extra coal and metal that I get, and I will just store it right here in this truck for temporary, because when we are ready to go on a forging trip, we're going to head this direction, and I'll just be able to come in here and grab it all. I think I stored a little bit of metal over there, but that's okay. I'll come back for that later. We'll get things organized. But I don't even have the hammer yet, so let the fire burn out. Now I'm not going to wait too long this time. Just to the car. All right, we're good. We got to get over here where it's nice and warm. Yeah, look at this cozy cooking. This is what I'm talking about. This game is so great for atmosphere. It can swing wildly between intense fear and, the threat of survival to the coziest little cooking show you've ever had. And I do love it. That's one of the reasons I like this place, too, because of the outdoor cooking. I mean, for the most part, this fire right here is pretty much impervious to the wind, the way it's situated. The only way is if, the wind's going to be coming in this direction, and that's pretty rare that it hits the... Now, this one is going to go out in certain storms that are pretty bad, and there's no real way to tuck it in up here. I've tried many, many times, but overall, I do like this setup. That venison is literally rancid. Oh, I forgot, we got the rabbit, too. We got to harvest this boy. 8 minutes, go. Christmas Eve drinking, let me binge, catch up on Inwood, so I'm pretty happy. Nice. Now, I just posted episode 6 last night, too. I don't know if you caught that one, but yeah, pretty big episode that one was. Let's go ahead and place that rabbit. Boom, boom, boom. 1 minute. Let's just go with some water now. Hey, cooking level 2. All right. Not too shabby. Let's add a couple of sticks to this one. That's good enough. All right. Okay. And we'll take the venison. That's got 53 minutes on it. So what we're going to do is grab a couple of cans, and we're going to set up just a bit of water here. It's not a lot, but at least we can put this fire to use. All right, so that's 20. So that's 40 minutes. Let me take another torch from this one. I'm going to add back maybe a stick or two. Perfect. So that should be good. So by the time this fire burns out, these two things should be completely boiled without much of a waste. All right, and that's got an hour and 26. We're good. Oh, never mind, not caught up. I actually thought about recording 2 or 3 episodes yesterday, but I decided to just do one and then kind of take it easy, just have some fun, play some Mega Bonk. All right, let's drop. I'm going to get rid of this rabbit because we don't need it. Drop it here with the other carcasses. And I'm going to drop this fat over here, too. I think that gives a stink, but I don't really know. All right, that's going. We're going to warm up here, and we're going to head out. You've been watching The Long Dark, only a streamer. Wait, and he runs 5 fires at a time for cooking, which uses a lot of food when crafting. Oh, wow. We might get to that point, if we can succeed with this run and, get the bow and arrow, start downing deer and wolves. Yeah, I might have to set up another fire or two. That would be fun. I'm not against it at all. All right, let's grab that. Set this one up with some water, maybe. Actually, hold on. No, okay, nothing else to cook. So that's an hour and a half, 30 until it's melted, and then what? I think it's like another 40. I don't know. It might have just changed a little bit because of our cooking skill going up. Sometimes it can get hard to time the water because cooking skill affects like how long. Need to get some coffee? No worries, buddy. No worries. In fact, I think I'm going to jump up and use the restroom too really quickly. Let me just add a little bit to this. But I'm not even going to pause the stream. We're just going to leave things going here. Actually, I will pause it because I don't want something bad to happen. But take this opportunity, get yourself a refreshment, guys. We're going to be going for a bit longer, so I will be right back. And I'm back. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me here today, guys. Appreciate ya. Let's get back into it. All right. So I think we might as well pick up all this food that we just cooked. Yeah, I think we can safely leave our fires now. Oh, look, now it's perfect out here. This is the time to use the magnifying glass, although it's very cold. But, let's go ahead and fill our belly up a little bit. I need to drop these two things off. I don't need to carry the oats around with me. We got a decent little amount of water. Let's eat another one of these. It's not a lot of water. I wish I did have more, so let's grab that. Beautiful. We're going to just use the rest of this fire as torches here. All right, take a torch. Let's go. It's time. I'm going to drop off. No, not that. All right, we're going in, people. Let me just look at my inventory real quick. 52 pounds. What are we carrying? What are we carrying? We're fine. We got half a gallon of water, a bunch of torches, hacksaw, pry bar's good. We're good. Let's go. Okay, yep. We're hitting the road, people. We're going through the dam to the winding river. That's what it was called, right? That's what we decided. Well, we're going to find out here shortly. All right, people. Thanks to Aram for giving me the idea to use this connecting point. I knew about the map, but I'd forgotten totally about that it connected to Pleasant Valley. So this is actually super handy, and it makes the ravine, or not the ravine, it makes the dam all the better. The lantern I will fill it. I don't want to do it just yet. I've got the fuel on me, but right now I'm not gonna I don't want to waste the time burning my torch here. Pretty straight path. Yeah, we just got a little bit of wolf action to get past, but the good news is I think there's also some cattails. I know there's rabbits. Oh, you know what, too? There might be some saplings that we can cut down. I might just save the winding river, the looting of it, for later. Because I don't know if I want to spend too much time. Oh, the wind's pretty bad here, too. I'm going to leave that. Yeah, we'll come back and loot this place for sure. I definitely want to come back to the back of this area because there can be some loot here. You know what? I don't know, but there might be a potential for like a hammer spawn back here. I'm not 100% about that. Yeah, that's the way to get out of the dam into the winding river. And then the way you're talking about, you got to walk the ledge. If I wanted to get back into the dam, yeah, we have to go through the window because I'm pretty sure that door locks from the other side. Yeah, you can't enter from this point. You got to go. It's an exit only, essentially. Yep. So you were right. You were still doing. Oh, dog straight ahead of us. Look at that. All right, come at me, bro. He might not be able to get to me. Is there an invisible wall here? Oh, okay. Yeah. He was going real slow there. Alright, so we need to get away from him. Sadly, I kind of have to follow him here for a minute. Torch is about to die. No more wasting matches. That's all I care about. Yeah, he could easily turn back around and want to fight me. Oh boy, I want all these cattails, but we're not going to go out of our way. There's also another place right there where the trees kind of open a little bit. You can go up that hill, and there's like a cave up there, and there might be like some maple saplings or even some birch saplings up there. I mean, it's not necessarily guaranteed, but... Come on, buddy. I'll fight you for that cattail. If I can put my back to the direction we're walking, maybe he won't run in that direction. But he did. Oh, they're such cowards. Stupid dogs. More cattails. So not sure where he went. There he is. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, there's usually a couple of rabbits, excuse me, along this path too. I think we can go up over that way too. But kind of terrifying during the Aurora. Yeah, don't go out much during the Aurora, I'll tell you that. But no, I don't think there are any deer in this map. I might be wrong about that, but no, honestly, if you want deer, you go to the ravine because there's like 2 deer spawns over there. Alright, I think that's goes back the way we came. Nervous about this wind putting out my torch. But I do want to get these cattails. Alright. Oh wait, this was the dead end. That other way was the right way. I think. Yeah. Yeah. We go back this way. Alright, let's grab these 2. The howls are very spooky. This game is so well designed. All the way down, as I've said before, from the maps to the sounds. Yeah, everything. The visuals. The weather. The weather's terrifying. When there's a certain like noise you can hear when the wind starts to pick up. It's just like before it gets real bad, you can tell that the wind's going to pick up because you'll hear like this little. It's kind of like just a lead into the stronger wind sounds. Whenever I hear that, I'm just like, oh, I just dread it. The soundtrack is great. Crap, brothers. I think I might have got myself confused as to which way to go. I don't remember this. There's a rabbit. Is this the right way? I think this is the right way. Okay. Yeah, I think the left would have taken us back the way we came. Now, these are a couple of juicy rabbits right here, but we're not going to hunt them. Is that it? There's a cave right there. We got plenty of daylight left. Yeah, the cave, gotcha. What? Why did my thing just go out? Did you see that? My torch just instantly extinguished. Is it the wind? I think the wind put it out. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't seem that windy, but I think that's what did it. Well, that was unfortunate, especially since we're literally on the cusp of this damn cave. Come here, rabbit, let me kick you. Mother trucker. Well, I do have a lantern, so we'll just use that. We get to refill that lantern, like Steve said. Alright. Actually, there's pretty... Yeah, we can kind of see, huh? Oh, make a fire with the mag. That's true, too. I could do that if necessary. Fuel. What? Oh, is it already full? Yeah, it's already full. Alright, we might be able to get through here without much light. I don't know this cave super well, but is there a dog in this cave? No, some of the caves, I think there's one cave that has like a wolf spawn in it. I don't think it's this one though. We'll go this way. Wait, let me light this up. We might be missing loot here. Excuse me. I'm going to carry a little bit of coal with me, not a whole lot, but it's really great just for starting fires. Super efficient stuff. Alright, I think I took the wrong way. Let's just keep going, though. Sometimes these caves are pretty linear. They just appear to be, like, a bit more confusing than they really are. Yeah, there's really only one way, right? All these things kind of loop onto each other. Yeah, we're in the right direction. Like this central point, I think there's a couple of tunnels that all lead to this one. And now we just go up, but let's grab the wood. Might be a body or something down here. Decent amount of wood in this cave. If you got stuck in here or something, you could survive for a day or two. So I think we go up. Now, when we return to Mystery Lake, we're not going to come through this way. I've already decided we will be going across Pleasant Valley in such a way that it's going to be better for us to leave through Coastal Highway. And then we'll come back through the ravine again. So, but, I mean, we're still several days away from that. We've got to explore all of Pleasant Valley before then. I just figured I'd mention it. All right, let's take a quick drink. I think we're on the right track here, people. All right, and if anybody misses any part of the stream, I'm going to have this I think I'm going to post it just right tonight, probably later on after my last episode of Vintage Story comes out. Yeah, there is one cave in particular that has a dog in it. I can't remember. I want to say it's Desolation Point, but don't quote me on that, Aram. It might be other caves too. I don't know. Okay, look at this. Oh, we made it, bro. Pleasant Valley. Oh, and it's not so pleasant. All right, so yeah, we've got some serious storms a-brewing. Let's get to this road down here. You hear this wind? We're moments away from a freaking blizzard, boys and girls. So I need to find a landmark ASAP. We're not going to be stopping for any rosebuds or anything like that just yet. Transmitter tower is right up there on your left. Is that... I don't normally... I don't know if that's the same tower I'm thinking of. Aaron, but... I need a better landmark. It feels like the wind has settled a bit. Okay, so here's the road. There's the bridge. A bridge. Let's go to this bridge. I might tab out real quick and just look at a map if we get a point of interest on this bridge. Weather is surprisingly nice right now. I just need to see the true valley. I think where we want to go is out in that direction, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to follow the river for a minute. Hold on. Okay, hold on one sec, guys. I'm just going to tab out real quick and look at Pleasant Valley briefly. Okay, I know exactly where I'm at now. Let me open this up. If we get out onto the river and go north, yeah, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we're just going to follow the river. There is a spot where we'll have to get out of the river and kind of climb. I think we'll be okay, though. I see where you're talking about Signal Hill. Yeah, actually, Aaron, let's go to Signal Hill first. That's not a bad idea. You're right. If we go in this direction, it takes us right up to Signal Hill. My concern in this place is getting stuck out in a blizzard. You know, if we get into a blizzard, it's going to be real trouble, because this isn't like a real road. It's more just like a ditch, you know, like a small furrow in the snow. There is a bed, and if we can get there, you're right, we'll be safe and sound, because I know from that position I can get to the farmhouse in a blizzard. You know, I've made that trip to the signal tower and between the farmhouse and the signal tower enough times that I can do it in a blizzard. You hung out there for a day, and that's, you know, the Signal Hill is one of the places we definitely want to loot while we're here. I'm going to sprint to. Yeah, Signal Hill has like guaranteed dog food and coffee and a little bit of other food too, but there's also potential for like some halfway decent clothing to spawn there too. I'm pretty sure you can get everything from like work boots to work pants and some other stuff. I think there's a chance for a fire striker there too, but we're talking interlopers, so it's almost certain none of that is going to be there, and we're just going to get like a can of dog food, and that'll be it. Found an expedition parka there. Yeah, I doubt you'll find something like that now. We probably won't, but we might. And any little piece of clothing is going to be helpful for us right now. One of the big motivating reasons to come to this map was for clothing. So I know that there is a wolf that will patrol this road, but if we kind of stick to the road itself and don't get too close to the woods on either side, I think we'll be okay. Yep, no, he saw me. Yep, there he is. All right, crap, it's just ahead of us. There it is right there. I'd love to sprint to it without wasting this flare, but at the same time, this is how I get myself killed in a lot of my runs, is by being greedy. I'm like, oh, I can just sprint away from the wolf. I don't need to light my emergency flare and scare it, and then I get it freaking attacked. But in this case, I think we're okay. Time to walk the dog. Get out of there, dog. Doggo. And unfortunately, I don't have a rope, so we're not going to be able to descend the rope way. We'll just have to go the normal route, but it's okay. I have a feeling once we get into this fence, we'll be totally safe. Looks like there's birds here. Might be a deer carcass up here or something. We want to warm up, though. Yay, we made it. Good call, Aram. Aram's been 2 out of 2, buddy. First you said go through the winding river. It's a lot quicker. And you're right, because if we had gone the other way, we'd still be like going through a ravine right now at this point. We wouldn't even be in the coastal highway yet. And then he made the call to come to the tower, and that was perfect. All right, here we are. Let's search. Haven't had the need to sprint. They just kind of follow. You're right. You know, sprinting's kind of pointless in the sense because when you sprint, they will sprint. They will sprint to keep up with you, too. Sprinting's good, though. Gets us out of the cold quicker. Because, again, every moment that we spend in Pleasant Valley, there's the threat of the stupid, you know, weather turning really bad on us. Like, I'd like to sleep up here for an hour just to warm up. But I don't even think I'm going to do that. We're just going to loot this place, then immediately leave and try to get to the farmhouse because I'm worried about weather. If we sleep for an hour, they'll probably storm. And I know that I said I can get there in a blizzard, but I'd rather not. You know, I'd rather not go through that ordeal. You can also repair the No, we're not going to do that. But I appreciate you letting me know. There might come a time, Aaron, when I do like a full like playthrough where that is my goal. And if that's the case, I will definitely rely on you a lot for your insight and knowledge. I always check down under these desks for fire strikers. Okay, a little bit of food. I'll grab this book to burn it, but on an interloper run, it's pointless. All right, so we got peaches, sardines, and coffee. All right, here we go. Did we get any clothing? No. Dang it. I don't see any clothing on the bed. Sometimes it'll be like a folded up parka there. You should be, it's really fun having little objectives. More shoes. That's actually good for the leather. Oh, nice. The jersey's actually an improvement, but it's in a really bad condition, so we're just going to hold off on that. Look at this. I don't even have an outer coat yet. Okay, I think we've just looted everything. Look one more time at the ground. Yep, that's it. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Wait, missed the sewing kit. All right, is that everything? Sad as it is, that was all of it. All right, we're going. Let's peek outside real quick. Yeah, I've never actually played through the story missions either. So there's like a whole aspect to this game that I've never even experienced, you know? And I think that it would be cool to do that. Even for like a series, you know, video series or something would be a lot of fun. All right, we're actually going to use our magnifying glass for a free fire, because this will help just keep us warm, and a lot of reasons. We always want a fire with us, you know. Oh, crap. Bing, bing, bing. Always take the opportunity to use the mag lens whenever you can. That's my motto. Although it's tough. It feels like it goes slower this way. I think it does. I think it's like a slower build. Probably recommend Stalker so you don't have to focus just on living day by day. Yeah, no. True. Plus just the availability of some of like the materials you'll need are going to be higher. So, all right. I really just started that to take the torch. So we're going to leave it out of the way. Yeah, I'm not actually warming up from the torch, but that's okay. I will grab these because we're never coming back up here. All right, it's to the farmhouse we go. Next stop, Pleasant Valley Farmhouse. Depending on the weather at that point, we'll loot the whole house. But, yeah, we'll just play it from there. We'll see how it goes, because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. We could be stuck at that farmhouse for like 2 days. But from the farmhouse, once the weather is good, we're going to travel out, and we'll probably go to the plane crash first. The plane crash, Aram, I don't know if that's a spot you've ever visited in Pleasant Valley, but there's at least a dozen different pieces of luggage that have like scattered all about the plane crash, and they have a good chance of spawning clothing. So that's one of the big reasons I came here, was for the clothing spawns in the plane crash specifically. Now the house and a couple other places do have some potential clothing spawns, but yeah, that's the big one. All right, so I'm not climbing down that route, because going down this hill right here takes us to the same exact spot. It's just real steep. Now there could be a bear here too, so we got to take a little bit slower. I don't see the bear. Yeah, the bear's cave is right up here. And he will patrol from this point all the way to the farmhouse, and then a little bit up into the woods too. So he could be at the farmhouse right now. Wily old bear. He doesn't go right up to the front porch, but he gets pretty darn close to it. I like the farmhouse as a base. If I were to like make this my permanent, map, the farmhouse would be the spot. But I don't think I ever would, unless I was looking for some sort of wild, like, weather challenge. Bears are pretty easy. Yeah, that's right. If you just give the bear space and run, even if he sees you and you just have a full sprint bar, you can pretty much get away from him, as long as he's not actively chasing you. You just see him, and even if he, like, stands up, just sprint away. The moose is different. The moose will run your ass down. Alright, we're getting a little low on calories, so it's possible there could be a couple of rabbits. Oh, there's the bear right there. See him? He's on the way to the farmhouse right now. Because the farmhouse is just over there. Hey, on second thought, maybe we won't mess with the rabbits. I don't know. Let's just come over here and see. I do want to grab a bunch of these sticks, though. Yeah, well, at least we know where the bear is, so I don't have to worry about, like, walking over a snow dune right into him. But he is going to the same place we're going. Bear over there, bear. He's minding his own business. One of these days, we'll hunt him. We'll get into a bear hunt. All right. Oh, there, I see some rabbits right over there. There is a car over there, but we'll save it. Let's go over there. Hey, Goizaka. There are firearms in this game. There's a pistol, there's a rifle, and there's also bow and arrow. But I'm playing on Interloper, which is one of the most difficult modes of play, and one of the reasons it's extremely difficult is because it removes all firearms from the game. So to answer your question, yes, but the current mode we're playing, no. Only a bow and arrow. And in order to acquire bow and arrow, it's kind of an ordeal. First, we have to find the right kind of saplings. Then we have to cut those trees down and leave them inside of a room for several days to cure. And in order to make arrowheads, we literally have to forge them up ourselves from scrap metal using a heavy hammer and enough coal to get the temperature up. That makes sense to you. Actually, you know what? I think we'll come back for these rabbits. Equip it, bro. Equip it. I'm not going to spend time right now doing this. It's getting darker. I just want to loot. And we'll worry about meat later. I've got enough cattails to last. I do want these sticks, though. I'm going to try and keep this torch lit till we get to the place. Just in case we want to start a fire. But also the basement of this area is much easier to loot with a torch. And there's some pretty important potential stuff down there. There are some hammer spawns potentially on this map, too. Which is another big reason we're here. Alright, this little farm is absolute garbage. There is a hidden spot. If you climb up that plank, you can get all the way up to there. There's probably a corpse up there. And I don't know, maybe it has like a pack of matches at best. But I'm not going to take the time to do that little platforming puzzle. It doesn't take super long. I just don't want to mess with it right now. And again, on Interloper, there's almost certainly nothing up there. I'm trying to uninstall, or you're trying to install Underrail on my computer, and unfortunately it's very slow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Goizaka. I look forward to trying that game out, though. It looks pretty cool. All right, that bear, I don't know where he's at. I think he's dead ahead. He stays along that road there. There's a deer. Do the bears attack the deers? Coming out with the sequel to that game too, very OG Fallout. Yeah, it does give me that OG Fallout. And the original Fallout was one of my favorite games of all time. I still have fond memories of playing that as a kid. I remember, my parents went out of town for a week, and I was there at the house. I was supposed to take care of the grass, mow the grass while they were gone, and I was supposed to water the flowers while they were gone. That was like my 2 jobs, and I didn't do either one of them. I just sat there and played Fallout the first one. I did water a little bit, and I think I mowed like once right before they showed up, just so it wasn't totally obvious. But when my parents got back, they could tell that I didn't like water the plants very well because it was really hot out that year. And a lot of them had died, but it was worth it, okay? That was just the fallout that they experienced while I was experiencing the real fallout. All right, let's go down into the basement, the farmhouse, one of the best looting spots here in the Pleasant Valley. Let's go. All right. Yeah, first things first, let's check on the potatoes. Oh, we're going to get loaded up with stuff in this place. Nice. Could be some clothes in this house, too. If we get real lucky, we might find some extra undies. Uh-oh. Almost let myself starve. Can't do that. Let's eat some venison. I'm just going to eat both these pieces, I think. Yeah, before they get too moldy in my pockets. Good, good, good. We'll drink, too, because there's water at the house. There's a couple of bathrooms in this building. We can drink straight from the toilet, like a dog. Like a survival dog. Like a dog that survives the apocalypse. It's the kind of dog that I want to be. All right, now we got carrots and potatoes, Aram, and if we find the recipe, we might be able to make some stew. Some special stew. Oh. My headphones just came off. Oh, damn it. I'm losing it. All right. There's a washer dryer behind me. I have high hopes for some wool socks in those. Let's just see. Probably not, but my headphones came off. Throws the torch in anger. Well, at least I didn't throw my headphones, right? All right, we got to plan t-shirts. It's not really what I want, but you can't always get what you want. You know, as they say, wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up quicker. Oh, so we just found 22 pounds of salt. I'm going to take this upstairs and stick it into a drawer, but we're not going to carry that with us. Maybe one day we'll come back and get the salt. If we get a bow and arrow and we need to preserve like large amounts of meat or something. Okay, so let's think here. Do I need to light a fire? Or should we just let our torch burn out? That salt away. 10 kilos. I think that there is food. I think you can preserve your meats with salt now. There's something in the crafting thing. I don't want to sort through this too long, but there was something I saw about making like a meat curing box. This requires 17 pounds of salt. In addition to like the furniture workbench, a bunch of fir firewood, woodworking tools. And I expect that you'll probably have to refill this. I've never used this thing. This is new to me. But I saw it there when I was looking through the crafting one day. And I was like, oh, that's why they're throwing so much salt at us. But that's actually super cool. I like that. Anything that allows you to like look forward to like months and months of survival, that's awesome, you know? And sometimes too, if you're killing like a moose or even a bear and you can eat the bear meat, you've got way too much meat to just roast, you know what I'm saying? You need some larger or longer food preservation, even with just a single animal. All right, I don't think we're going to start a fire, so I'll just let that burn. We're going without a torch, people. All right, so we checked all those. Let's go around to the bottom. Grab this water. I need to find those tools, and I think it's either in Bleak Inlet. I don't know where those I've never made it, so I don't even know. Only tools I've ever seen are the blue and red toolkits that one will say basic and one will say advanced. And I don't know if those work. I'm not sure, but I'd like to one day. That's the kind of thing, like, I hope that I have an Interloper run that lasts long enough to make that, but I'm not going to play on like a lower difficulty just to try and make it and see. But maybe one day I'll get good enough at the game to win. Yeah, it did say specifically woodworking too. That's something to keep in mind. You're not wrong. All right, so the bottom story is almost fully looted. Let's get this room. Pleasant Valley, Pleasant Valley. I don't think we're going to go to the plane crash today. It's getting pretty late for that, but maybe we can get to the barn. We could potentially sleep at the barn too. So I don't see much reason to stay here. Because we're equally close to the plane crash from here or at the barn, really. I mean, it might be a small difference in distance, but it's not much. And if we could be more efficient and, you know, loot 3 places today, then that's better than 2. All right, let's drink. How much water am I carrying? Almost a full gallon of it. I think we'll leave this toilet then. We won't loot that. That's a bit much. Okay, nothing else in there. Check this bedroom. This is where some of the clothing might spawn in these drawers here. So hopefully we get like a pair of undies. Come on, give me some underwear. Damn it. Decent amount of food. Halfway decent food. All right, let's go to the other bedrooms. Oh, look at that. Look at that tucked away. What's that? Oh, a ragged little ski jacket. You know what? I think we might have to adjust our plans now that we just found that. I might spend the rest of the evening just repairing some clothing. Yeah. We'll see. Let's see if we get anything else. Come on, give me something. Yeah, I also brought a sewing kit with me, too. I try and always make sure to have at least one with me when I travel. But yeah, we do have an extra sewing kit, too. All right, not bad. Well, there's one more room, and then this house is fully looted. I'm still thinking about going to the barn, though, and then maybe we'll just do all our repair work at the barn. I'm totally for that. The only real risk is, again, the weather. If the frickin' weather whips up and it's real bad. Also, don't have a lot of cloth. Maybe it's not a bad idea to grab a little bit of this, because I don't think there's going to be any cloth at the barn. Okay, I believe that's everything. Yeah, not a lot here, but hey, at least we improved our... I mean, I literally didn't even have anything in that slot, so that's pretty huge. That one jacket alone so far has made the trip worth it. All right, let's step outside. Oh, you know what? There's a couple other places to loot I almost forgot about. We'll go out this door. Sometimes there's like a tool that will spawn right here, and there's this box. The recipe is in a different part of the map. It's in, you know where the community center is in Pleasant Valley? Have you ever been to the community center yet? It's in the community center. And we're going to go there, but that'll be one of the last places we go to before we leave the zone. Just spawn near that when I died. I said, yeah, it'll be in the community center's kitchen. Just thinking if there's anything I can drop right now. You know what? I do have a number of books. Really don't need one of them. We're going in pretty heavy, but we should still be able to sprint. And of course, a lot of the weight is like water and stuff. Alright, so where's that bear? I want to check this vehicle right here. Please tell me the bear's not right there. Okay. Check this vehicle, and then we're going to try and get to the barn, which can be risky. If a blizzard whips up, it can be really difficult to get there, even though it's pretty close. It's just, there's a big field between us and there, and not a lot of landmarks to navigate by, except hay bales. When we started this live stream 3 streams ago, this was where we spawned. Remember, Aram? And I died on that first one because of the blizzard that whipped up. This is where we were. I was trying to get to the barn, running through that stupid field. All right, so we already checked that barn. Yeah, my guy is super slow right now. Oh, I can kind of hear the wind picking up too. You know what this is? I'm gonna go ahead and make an audible here, and we're gonna change that. We're not gonna make that trip. I am just too encumbered. The wind picking up. I know Pleasant Valley, dude. I'm gonna get halfway through that field, and that blizzard's gonna hit. So we will just stay here for the night. In the morning, though, we will go. But I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know. It's the 2 main ways that I lose my runs. Wolves and walking in a blizzard. There's really not many other ways to die in this game. And yet those 2 are enough. Alright, so you remember, yep, that was a memento that tells you that cave. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Alright, so what I like to do whenever I'm going to do something like that's going to take us into the nighttime, I'm just going to stand right in front of my bed. So when we're ready to sleep, we don't have to go searching for the bed. But let's do some clothing stuff. All right, we'll go to this one. Let's actually check out our shoes. Oh, these are 95%. So we'll wear those. And these, how long does it take to harvest? Hour and 15. Let's put that off for now. Let's take this off and repair it. Repair. Probably have to do 2 repairs for this thing. It's in pretty bad shape. We're losing light too. Nice. Got it up to 54. Let's see if we can finish this before nightfall. So far my deaths have been to lack of knowledge. Yeah. Oh, you died from electricity. That's true. That's a pretty rare death, you know. As you can tell, when you die from electricity, that's like, you never let that happen again, you know. The Aurora is full of hidden treacheries, though. So we're not going to be able to repair anything else, but just when we wake up in the morning, I should probably repair this thing. You know, we can harvest stuff in the dark. So let me go ahead and harvest these worn ones. Yeah, that'll give us 2 cured leather, and that will allow me to try and repair my hat again tomorrow. Anyways, I got to get going, unfortunately, spending the day with the family. Well, no worries, Aaron. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I probably won't be going for too much longer. Probably just finish off this little night, and then we're going to be streaming again on Sunday, though. Some more Long Dark, buddy. We made it through this one alive, and I appreciate you. Yeah, buddy, it was great hanging out with you, too, my friend. Have a good Christmas, Aaron, and again, thanks for coming by, dude. Appreciate you. All right, so, yeah, let's finish off this night here, but... didn't I get some other clothing? Yeah, let's go ahead and harvest this. I want to harvest all this extra clothing so I'm not like carrying it around with me as all this weighty material. All right, we also have this shirt, which I want to harvest. But now it's definitely time for sleep. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and eat. Actually, let me just open up the inventory again. Wow, this potato is at 15%. These are at 20%. Wow. In the morning, I'll probably want to cook some of this food up. Otherwise, it might disintegrate in our backpacks. It's pretty bad shape. But we definitely want to cook these cans up before we eat them so we get the experience, the cooking experience. All right. Well, we definitely got a full belly. Let's go ahead and drink till we're full of water. Then we're going to get a nice 10 hours of sleep here. Boom. It should put us into the daylight because we went to bed pretty late. So this should wake us up with enough light to do some more repair work. No? Yeah, it did. Okay. I think I hear a storm outside, and I'm just not even going to bother trying to travel right now in Pleasant Valley. Oh, we got this hat too. Break that apart later. All right, so this still needs a little bit of work on it. I'd like to repair this, though. The ski jacket. Yeah, or the ski... What is it called? The hockey jersey. This is a pretty good shirt. Pretty sure it's better than the plaid one we're wearing. All right, so that's 100%. Let's look at that now. It's almost better in all things except for waterproofness, and it's a little bit heavier. Let's look at the wool. Same is true for the wool. Wow. So the hockey jersey is like one of the better shirts to wear, turns out. I like that. I'm actually going to keep this shirt. We're not going to destroy it. In fact, I probably should have kept that other one, but as far as I know, this is one of those slots similar to like the underwear and the socks that you can't make primitive clothing for. So it's good to have backups, essentially. If for whatever reason, like one of these got ripped in a bear attack or something, we would still have a backup for it. Okay, let's take off these, and we're out of cloth. So let's grab a little bit. Super important to be prepared for this run. To date, now that we woke up and didn't go to the barn, I think the best thing to do is to go to the plane crash first. Yeah. That's going to be our plan, is to go to the plane crash. Hope this doesn't give me food poisoning. Okay. All right, let's see here. How's the clothes? Not going to be doing too much of this. We're almost ready. Repair it. Just got to check outside, see what the weather's like. All right, beautiful. I mean, for what we've got, it's not in terrible shape. Let's try a quick repair on our gloves. It's a very important piece. I don't understand why you can't double up your gloves. There's like such a variety of gloves too in the game. It really feels like you should have 2 spots for the gloves, but oh well. All right. Oh, and I wanted to try to repair this. This might be the toughest one. Boom, nice. Nice, 92%. So this is actually a really good hat, too. All right, we've done it. We've fully repaired. Feeling a lot lighter, too, now that we've destroyed some of that clothing we were carrying. I think I'm going to go ahead and harvest this water. Let's just grab it. Until we get to the community center, we're not really going to have much opportunity to get water, so... All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave the farmhouse just briefly, and then we're look at the weather. It's tolerable. I mean, this is nice for Pleasant Valley. This is like a sunny day. But we're going to come inside so it saves it. Whenever you sleep or enter a house or building like this, it saves it automatically. So the game is now saved, people. We can safely quit, and we'll be able to pick up at this point in our next one. And like I said, I will be streaming again on Sunday. I'm going to stream all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we'll be doing the Long Dark again on Sunday. So I hope you guys will check that out. Thank you all for joining me once again, and Merry Christmas to you if you are watching on Christmas, or if not, Happy New Year. Appreciate you always tuning in for me, and as usual, I will see you guys on the next one.